Websites. I'm your moderator, Glenn Thayer. We have a couple of housekeeping notes before we begin. Everyone, I want to let everybody know that the call will be muted with the exception of Tom and I. However, we do encourage you to post questions. You should have a little question box inside your GoToMeeting control panel. So you want to use that, and we'll get to as many questions as we can throughout the program. So any questions you have on the material that Tom's covering, any other questions that you may want to ask that you've always been dying to ask, use the question box, send them. I'll take the questions, and then I won't be answering them through that window. We'll be answering them on the call. So we're going to get to as many as we possibly can. Our presenter today, we're lucky to have Tom Young, the CEO of Intuitive Websites. He's a leader in the field of Internet marketing. He's helped hundreds of companies increase their sales through his Internet marketing and website usability research. He's also an international speaker on Internet marketing and has published a book on web sales and marketing strategies called Intuitive Selling. Tom, thanks for being here today. The stage is yours, my friend.
It's a pleasure to be here, and this is very exciting. This is our first ever Intuitive Websites webinar. We've done a lot of podcasting and, of course, newsletters and articles, and I've done many, many presentations. But our first webinar, and it's exciting. We've got a great turnout, and we've got a great subject to talk about, and that's search engines, something everybody is concerned about, and everybody wants to do well in the search engine. So we're going to jump right into this, the 10 Commandments of Search Engine Marketing, and let's start by taking a look at what our objectives are, what we want to get out of today. At Intuitive Websites, we're very much bottom line focused, and so we want to make sure that anything you guys do with us, there is a very clear objective for why you're doing that, and including taking this webinar. So what I'd like to see you gain from this is that, first of all, it's an interactive learning session. You need to learn about search engines and Google's and how they work. You can't be effective on the web unless you understand it, especially from a big picture perspective and a strategic perspective. And also, this is a marketing presentation. The goal of this presentation is to help you better market your business. It is not about technology or anything like that. This is about marketing. And to do that and to be effective, we've got to look at it from a strategic view. So when you leave today after this hour presentation, you're going to get a sense of what it means to be strategic with Google and in your search engine marketing. And finally, we wanted you to develop an action plan. I'm hoping that we're not going to just have a wasted hour here, that actually at the end of this hour you're going to have some very specific action items to take back and implement into your business and into your website. And if you do that, here are the outcomes that you should get. You should get more qualified traffic from Google, and notice I use the word qualified traffic. It's not how many you get, it's the kind of quality of lead or website visitor you get, and that's what we want to do, is show you how to get qualified traffic. And we want you also to get your name more exposure through Google. One of the changes that's happening now on the Internet is Google is becoming a branding tool. It is positioning companies as a brand now because so many people use Google, and so we want to make sure you're doing that as well. And then we're going to talk about how to take that qualified traffic into a conversion on your website, whether it's a direct sale or a sales lead or whatever that might be. And then again, the bottom line is to help you get more sales and grow your business. This is a marketing presentation. Now, it's real cool. We're using this GoToWebinar technology, and it has the ability to do live polling with everyone that's on the call here. So what I'd like to do is do our first poll. And Glenn's going to launch that for us. In this poll, I want you to tell us a little bit about you. And I want to get a sense of who we're talking to here. So if you wouldn't mind, take a look at the poll. Answer what is the most relevant. It may not be right on to what you do, but answer the most relevant. And then, Glenn, why don't you give me a summary of those as the results come in?
As soon as we have those, we've got probably about 75% of the people have voted so far.
And Glenn, run through the questions real quick.
Well, what we have is tell us about you is really basic: business owner, marketing or sales professional, an IT professional, a website marketing professional, or other. So other could be student, you name it, could be all over the place. If you haven't voted, you probably have about another 5 seconds left to take the poll, and then we'll go ahead and close this out. What we've got, Tom, is we've got 29% are business owners, 29% are marketing or sales professionals, about 9% on the call are IT, and 12% website marketing professionals, and 21% other.
Excellent. This is great because this is the target market for this presentation really is the high-level marketing person, which could be a business owner or a marketing manager, marketing director, or high-level salesperson. So that's good. That's right on track. And the other categories will get value as well. And the next poll, let's go ahead and launch that because this would help. This is going to help me as well. And that's tell us why you're here, what it is that you want to get, what the major outcome for you.
Kind of more what you want to know about.
Yes.
That would be about the best way. And there's a couple things here. For the webinar today, do you want to drive more traffic to your website? Do you want to be seen in Google? Do you want to get more conversions? Do you want to learn about search engines? Or are you just here going, I don't know what I want to learn. I just give me all the information, open the fire hydrant, and let's go. So if you want to go through, go ahead and vote or poll, whatever you could do, put it in there. Find it. Let us know what you want more about. What do you want to know more about? And we'll make sure that we get to it in the webinar.
The results coming in on that one, Glenn?
They're coming in. We got about 86% of the people have finished the poll. And we've got a couple others that are still thinking about what they want. And if you want a little bit of everything, I suggest to just select the one that's most important to you. And that'll make it easy. You've got about another 5 seconds left on the poll here before we close this. All right. And now we're going to have, the results are, most of the people here, about 39% want to drive more traffic. And the next one, about 21% want to get more conversions, 18% want to be seen in Google, and 12% want to learn about search engines, and we have 9% about other.
Okay, so run through those one more time for me. The first one was?
Driving more traffic.
That was the most popular?
Most popular. Then getting more conversions. Then being seen in Google.
Okay.
Learning about search engines. And 9% on other.
Okay, excellent. And if you are in the other category, you can just quickly type in your question to Glenn, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. So, great. Well, that's good. We're going to deal with that. So let's jump right into the first commandment here, which is to have a search strategy. And this is something that's often overlooked with people when they decide they want to be a player on the search engines and be listed and be found in Google, is that there's not enough time taken to actually determine the strategy. Ask the questions, why do you want to be seen in Google? What are your key objectives? And really, the results that you're going to have in Google and in any of your internet marketing are only going to be as good as the strategy that you set. So let's dive a little bit deeper into strategy. And here's the questions that you need to be asking. Number one, who is the target market? The very interesting thing about search engine marketing and internet marketing is that it's really a comprehensive view of your marketing in general. And you really need to start with who are the folks that are going to be in Google looking for us. And you've got to research these people and check your assumptions, because a lot of us feel like we know our target market, we know what's important to them, we've talked to them and that sort of thing. But in many cases, we're off target. We're not exactly on target. And we've got to be right on target to get the qualified traffic. So the first question is, who is our target market? How do they use Google? And how can I go out and research them and find out, what is it you're looking for when you go to Google and start searching? One of the best ways, and you're going to hear me talk about this through the presentation, to research your target market is to ask them how they use Google and how they use the Internet. Don't ask their opinion of anything, but ask them how they use it. And in fact, if you can, watch them use it. Go in and do a little mini user testing session where you watch your target market use Google to find companies like yours. And I think what you'll find, the results will really surprise you. More than likely, they're not going to do what you think they would have done. And so this is part of developing that strategy, to understanding your target market. And
hey, Tom, wouldn't it be fair to say, as far as your target market's concerned, that most people know who their target market is? However, their target market does not search under what they normally would think, what most web folks or people who are designing for their company, they're designing for somebody assuming that if they're selling leather wallets, they're going to type leather wallet, where they might not type leather wallet in. They're going to search completely different.